Hello everyone and welcome back to episode 31 of the Skyrim Let's Play series. I'm currently paused because I kind of just ended the episode in the middle of Serana kind of talking, and that's my bad. I kind of was just like really tired and I was like, it's time to, hit the metaphorical Oregon Trail, as they would say.
Let's take a look around.
Oh, hello.
There has to be something here that tells us where she's gone.
What exactly are we looking for?
My mother was meticulous about her research. If we can find her notes, there might be some hints in there.
Alright, well, we need to locate her journal. There's a dragon bone here. Interesting. But I also need to locate some of these other things. The journal should be right over here. Somewhere. There it is. Boom. I can speak to Serana, but first let me go grab these void salts up here that I need to grab. Also, potion of lockpick. Where's the void salts? I know you're around here somewhere. Ooh. Always love that red arcane enchanter. Is there it over here? I thought it was. Maybe it's over here. Aha. If I can grab it. Hello? There you go. E. There we go. Grabbed the things. Back down to Serana. Hello.
Any luck yet?
I found your mother's notes.
You did? Let me see them.
What's this soul Cairn that she mentions?
I only know what she told me. She had a theory about soul gems, that the souls inside of them don't just vanish when they're used. They end up in the soul cairn.
Why did she care where used souls went?
The soul cairn is home to very powerful beings. Necromancers send them souls and receive powers of their own in return. My mother spent a lot of time trying to contact them directly, to travel to the soul cairn itself.
If she made it there, we'll find her.
That circle in the center of the room is definitely some type of portal. If I'm reading this right, there's a formula here that should give us safe passage into the soul cairn.
What do we need?
A handful of soul gem shards, some finely ground bone meal, a good bit of purified void salts. Ah, damn it.
What's wrong?
We're also going to need a sample of her blood, which, if we could get that, we wouldn't even be trying to do this in the first place.
You share her blood?
Not bad. We'd better hope that's good enough. Mistakes with these kind of portals can be gruesome. Anyway, enough of that. Let's get started.
I already found all the ingredients.
Oh, good. Well then, let's head over to the portal vessel and I'll do the rest.
Alright. Now, it does make me curious, why for this portal do we specifically need Valerica's blood? I don't know. I mean, I guess it's just because it's her portal, but it seems a bit strange, you know? You'd think there would be something less specific that we would need to open a portal to the Soul Cairn. But whatever. Yeah, so the Soul Cairn is kind of like a bit terrifying, right? Because if you think about it, there's a reason why if you're playing any morally good character, you should never be using a black soul gem. Because a black soul gem is sacrificing a human soul to go to the Soul Cairn.
Then the rest is up to me. Are you ready to go? I'm not entirely sure what this thing is going to do when I add my blood.
I'm ready.
Okay, here goes.
Alright. Yeah, so the Soul Cairn is kind of like a really shitty version of the Afterlife, right? Because there's the other... Oh man, it's loud. Sorry, I got scared. There's the other, like, realms of Aetherius that most people go to when they die. Ow. Ow, ow. Ow.
Are you alright? That looked painful.
It was mildly painful. It was. What happened?
Now that I think about it, I should have expected that. Sorry. It's hard to describe. The soul cairn is... well, hungry, for lack of a better word. It's trying to take your life essence as payment.
So there's no way in that.
There might be, but I don't think you're going to like it. Vampires aren't counted among the living. I could probably go through there without a problem.
Are you saying that I need to become a vampire?
Not your first choice, I'd guess?
Definitely not. There has to be another way.
Maybe. We could just pay the toll another way. It wants a soul, so we give it a soul. Yours.
Wouldn't that kill me?
My mother taught me a trick or two. I could partially soul trap you and offer that gem to the ideal masters. It might be enough to satisfy them. It would make you a bit weaker when we travel through the soul cairn, but we might be able to fix that once we're inside. Maybe.
Those are my only options?
I'm sorry. I wish I knew a better way, something that would be easier for you. Just know that whatever path you choose, I won't think any less of you. Sometimes things just have to be done. I know that better than anybody.
Alright, well, now I can either become a vampire or become partially soul-trapped.
Have you made up your mind?
Soul-trap me.
Are
Wouldn't
you
feel right
sure?
as a vampire.
I'm willing to do it, but you need to think it through. You'll remain mortal, but you'll find yourself weakened within the soul cairn.
I'm ready.
I know this is difficult for you. I hope you trust me. I'd never do anything that could hurt you.
I trust you completely.
Thank you. Let's not waste any more time then. I promise to make this as painless as possible. Hold still.
you know, I was I was expecting her to cast a spell on me, but she kind of just looked at me funny. All right, here we are in the soul cairn.
The air, ground,
Look at
it's
that.
all wrong.
You know, as I was saying before I kind of got interrupted by this story, the soul cairn is where all of the souls that you trap go. And certain just souls that are trapped in general. So my character is not particularly good man, and I don't know if I've made this clear yet, but he is not. And one way that you can kind of tell that is that I originally, on my secondary sword before I got Torment, had an ebony sword that's soul trap on it. And yes, I did use some black soul gems. I don't want to talk to you about Arvak.
You must
No.
help me find my Arvak. He doesn't deserve to be in a place like this.
Stop talking to me. Yeah, so basically black soul gems go here, and it's why in Skyrim there's no particular rules against it, right? Necromancy is okay. I'm sure that most Nords would probably frown upon it, but it's okay. It's not like it's the end of the world, right? Sorry, I was just curious to where this was on the map. It's not the end of the world, right? But in Cyrodiil and the Empire, for example... Oh, hey, Arvak. In Cyrodiil, necromancy is outlawed and highly frowned upon due to the Mages Guild, because the Mages Guild understands and knows necromancy is not a nice thing, especially in the form of black soul gems, and along those lines. You are forever damning people to be trapped in the soul cairn for the rest of eternity, and their soul will always be trapped there. Like, it is not a good thing, definitely, to do, which is why, you know, it's no light thing. It's easier in a game like Skyrim, where your character's kind of choices don't have consequence, where you can just fill black soul gems, use black soul gems, no one cares. But in the case of, you know, a morally right character, black soul gems are not the way to go. Anyway, enough of that spiel. Sorry, I was just, you know,
What?
just talking for a bit there. Let's go to Valerica. The soul cairn, though, looks very beautiful in like a messed up, dark kind of way. I remember always hating the soul cairn because it's very easy to get lost in, because there's no map, there's no quest markers, there's not a lot of quest markers. It's just generally not a good place. But I think it looks really nice, you know? Kind of a twisted soul cairn-y type of way. Wait for Serana to get here.
Mother? Mother!
Maker, it can't be. Serana?
Is it really you? I can't believe it. How do we get inside? We have to talk.
Serana, what are you doing here? Where's your father?
He doesn't know we're here. I don't have time to explain.
I must have failed. Harkon's found a way to decipher the prophecy, hasn't he?
No, you've got it all wrong. We're here to stop him, to make everything right.
Wait a moment. You've brought a stranger here? Have you lost your mind?
No, you don't...
You, come forward. I would speak with you.
Alright.
So how has it come to pass that a vampire hunter
How do you know
is
I'm a
in the company
vampire
of my
hunter?
daughter? It pains me to think you'd travel with Serana under the guise of her protector in an effort to hunt me down.
This is definitely no ruse. I just want to keep her
Coming
safe.
from one who murders vampires as a trade, I find it
How
hard
do
to
you
believe
know?
her intentions are noble. Serana has sacrificed everything to prevent Harkon from completing the prophecy. I would have expected her to explain that to you.
That's why I'm here for the Elder Scroll, bro.
You think I'd have the audacity to place my own daughter in that tomb for the protection of her Elder Scroll alone? The scrolls are merely a means to an end. The key to the tyranny of the sun is Serana herself.
What do you mean?
When I fled Castle Volkihar, I fled with 2 Elder Scrolls. The scroll I presume you found with Serana speaks of Ariel and his arcane weapon, Ariel's bow. The second scroll declares that the blood of Cold Harbor's daughter will blind the eye of the dragon.
How does Serana fit in?
Like myself, Serana was a human once. We were devout followers of Lord Molig Bal. Tradition dictates the females be offered to Molig Bal on his summoning day. Few survive the ordeal. Those that do emerge as a pure-blooded vampire. We call such confluences the Daughters of Cold Harbor.
Tyranny of the Sun requires Serana's blood?
Now you're beginning to see why I wanted to protect Serana, and why I've kept the other Elder Scroll as far from her as possible.
Are you saying Harkon means to kill her?
If Harkon obtained Ariel's bow, and Serana's blood was used to taint the weapon, the tyranny of the sun would be complete. In his eyes, she'd be dying for the good of all vampires.
I would never allow that to happen.
And how exactly do you plan on stopping him?
I'll just kill him, bro.
If you believe that, then you're a bigger fool than I originally suspected. Don't you think I weighed that option before I enacted my plans?
And Serana's opinion in this?
You care nothing for Serana, or our plight. Whether or not you've become one of us in order to survive the Soul Cairn, you're still a vampire hunter at heart.
Well, I haven't
You're
become one
here
of you.
because we're abominations in your mind. Evil creatures that need to be destroyed.
Serana believes in me. Why won't you?
Serana? This stranger
Man, can I just
aligns
say,
himself with those that would hunt you down and slay you like
Valeric
a
is
animal.
extremely aggressive.
Yet I should entrust you to him.
This stranger has done more for me in the brief time I've known him than you've done in centuries.
How dare you? I gave up everything I cared about to protect you from that fanatic you call a father.
Yes, he's a fanatic. He's changed. But he's still my father. Why can't you understand how that makes me feel?
Oh, Serana, if you'd only open your eyes. The moment your father discovers your role in the prophecy, that he needs your blood, you'll be in terrible danger.
So to protect me, you decided to shut me away from everything I cared about. You never asked me if hiding me in that tomb was the best course of action. You just expected me to follow you blindly. Both of you were obsessed with your own paths. Your motivations might have been different, but in the end, I'm still just a pawn to you two. I want us to be a family again. But I don't know if we can ever have that.
I did not mean to draw my weapons there.
Maybe we don't deserve that kind of happiness. Maybe it isn't for us. But we have to stop him before he goes too far. And to do that, we need the Elder Scroll.
I'm sorry, Serana. I didn't know. I didn't see. I've allowed my hatred of your father to estrange us for too long. Forgive me. If you want the Elder Scroll, it's yours. Your intentions are still somewhat unclear to me. But for Serana's sake, I'll assist you in any way that I can.
Do you have the Elder Scroll with you?
Yes. I've kept it safely secured here ever since I was imprisoned.
Makes sense, makes sense.
Fortunately, you're in a position to breach the barrier that surrounds these ruins.
What do we need to do?
You need to locate the tallest of the rocky spires that surround these ruins. At their bases, the barrier's energy is being drawn from unfortunate souls that have been exiled here. Destroy the keepers that are tending them, and it should bring the barrier down.
We'll return soon.
One more word of warning. There's a dragon that calls itself Durnevere roaming the Cairn. Be wary of him. The Ideal Masters have charged him with overseeing the Keepers, and will undoubtedly intervene if you're perceived as a threat. Be careful.
Alright. Well,
And
now we
keep
need to
my
kill the Bone
daughters.
Keepers. Boneyard Keepers, to be precise. Now I want to talk about what just happened, because, man, I've always found this really weird in Dawnguard especially. There's, like, such a lot of logical jumps that the other characters in it make that don't really make sense. I guess it's just supposed to be, like, an unspoken thing. Like, for example, Valerica's like, you're a vampire hunter and you want to stop at nothing to kill people or kill vampires, right? But realistically, I haven't really given any indication of that. Like, first off, I haven't spoken that to her. Second off, the fact that honestly, I haven't even really done that as a character yet. I killed some vampires earlier, and then obviously I joined the Dawnguard, but like there was absolutely nothing that I've done to indicate that. And I think it's supposed to just be like this kind of thing, either that she can sense it on you, or it's like an unspoken, like, I don't know, you give off Dawnguard energy or something. I don't know. But my point is, definitely is a bit weird, right? Because like Serana, or even Valerica shouldn't know. And first off, or beyond that, Serana shouldn't know either. Serana, when she first kind of meets you, talks about the fact that you're a vampire hunter, but I never once mentioned that to her, which is just a bit weird. I don't know, it's like it expects you to pick certain dialogue options, and then there, funny enough, if you also notice this, it also kind of said there that you may have become one of us, but don't expect me to believe that, you know, you're actually with us. But I haven't. I think the game expected you there to become a vampire instead of soul trapping yourself, which I find to be really strange, but whatever. You can see actually from that soul trap, I've lost like a little bit. I think it's halved my, yeah, reduced by 45 points. So it's almost half my magicka, but the other two things, it hasn't weakened too much. I think the main issue is the regenerating slowly kind of aspect of it, where I now need to walk or just meander in this direction instead of actually, you know, actively running. No, I accidentally walked too close. I guess I could take Arvak's skull. What do I need to do now? Do I need to... Ow. Return Arvak's skull. I mean, I guess I could do this. Where is it? Over here? Oh, is it this guy? Hello?
Arvak! You saved him! His soul is free, I can feel it! He's such a loyal beast. Here, I'll teach you how to call him to you. He'll help you get around this wretched place. But I'm sure he'd be much happier someplace sunnier. Goodbye, hero. Take good care of Arvak for me. Such a good horse.
Can I go? Okay, there we go. It wasn't letting me go, in case you were curious. Yeah, now I can summon Arvak. I don't have enough magicka to do so. I was going to say, I mean, I could actually summon a Daedric horse as well to help me here, but no, I literally cannot. I do not have enough magicka. Even if I got my soul back, which I think is over here, if I remember correctly, because there is a way to get your soul back in the soul cairn and stop the weakened effect while you're in the soul cairn. I mean, there's not really a point to do it. It's not like you're going to stay in the soul cairn forever, and the effect goes away once you go back to Tamriel, but you can if you want to. I believe it's right over here. Underneath that crystal, I think. Could be wrong. Alright, we keep going. Bone Man shooting at me. Run from the Bone Man. Wrath Man. Oh, dead Wrath Man. Another dead Wrath Man. Oh god. Run up to the Keeper. Avoid the rest. Ah, the Keeper's dead. Give me that black soul gem. Alright. Let's go to the third one. On we go. Yeah, as I said earlier, I never used to like the Soul Cairn part, but it's not that bad. I think my least favorite part of the whole quest line in general of Dawnguard is probably the Forgotten Vale part of it, which will probably be divided into 2 episodes, I imagine, here, because there's the first part of the dungeon where I need to kind of go through the dungeon portion of it and get to the guy at the end, and then there's the second part where I need to actively go through, what's it called? I need to go through the Forgotten Vale portion of it, where I need to reactivate the things, then beat the vampire guy. You get my point. It's going to be probably a long process that I'll have to split into 2 episodes, especially with how easily I can get lost there in the last portion, but I'm sure it'll be fine. And then after that, I imagine we'll have an episode dedicated to Harkon and the end of Dawnguard. I don't know, so I see this going for another 4 or 5 episodes, which isn't too bad, actually, considering I said it was going to be, what, 10? And so far, this is the 4th. So it's going to be probably closer to 8.
What?
We keep running. And these stairs look like way steeper than any stairs have a right to be, but it's fine. Yeah, I mentioned this in Blackreach, but I'll mention it again here. I wish that I had installed the Atlas map markers mod, or even just downloaded the mod and then disabled the map markers, maybe. Because, first off, I do think the extra map markers can be really fun for a series and for a playthrough in general. But I do think that they can be a bit too much at time. But on a counter to that, they also add a map to the Forgotten Vale. They add one to the Soul Cairn. You get my point. It definitely is good and beneficial to have, especially since it adds the ability to fast travel in the Soul Cairn and in the Forgotten Vale. It's just generally a useful feature to have. Another bone man.
What?
Ah. Hello. Cool. There's his ghost remains. I want those soul gems. Yeah, I know I went earlier about the fact how it's like, you know, bad to have black soul gems and stuff, but you know, my character is not a good man. Ithoriorio Clovius is not who you would consider a good man. Hello, Miss Man. Goodbye, Miss Man. Alright, now let's run away. And by run away, I mean walk in this direction. Okay, I can wait an hour. And actually regain my stamina. Yeah, there's actually a few, like, cool, not cameos, but, like, things you can counter in the Soul Cairn. Like, for example, Jib from Morrowind, the beginning of Morrowind. If you didn't know, later on, he goes to kill all of the cliff racers and then become Jib the Eradicator and is kind of deified into sainthood, which is pretty cool. He is here. You'll love to see it. You'll love to see it. He got soul trapped and everything like that. I always want to call him Jub because Jub sounds way cooler in my opinion, but I'm pretty sure he says himself that he is Jib, which is just unfortunate. I wish he was Jub. A very iconic character. Yeah, I could help him find, like, different pages to his book or whatever and then bring it back. But realistically, that is a lot of effort. If I had the map, maybe. But unfortunately, I don't. Alright, we're back. Hello, Valerica. Wait for Serana to get here. There she is.
You managed to destroy all 3 keepers? Very
It
impressive.
honestly wasn't that hard. Be able to give us the scroll now?
Yes. Please follow me. Keep watch for Durnevere. With the prison's barrier down, he's almost certain to investigate.
The
Surely.
sooner we get out of this place, the better.
I agree. Let's go. Follow Valerica into the boneyard. Man, I don't like how her hair decayed there for a second before she entered. Don't know if anyone else saw that, but I saw it and it was terrifying. Uh-oh. Hello, Durnavir. Hi. Dragon Rend gonna take hold. That's an interesting attack. There it goes. Get down here, Durnavir. You know, maybe I'm a little bit too broken. Should I turn my gameplay up to legend, or oh, I can turn it up to master. I'll turn it up to master, actually. I forgot that there was a difficulty between legendary and expert. I'll turn it up to master difficulty because I think it's a bit easy right now.
Forgive my astonishment, but I never thought I'd witness the death of that dragon.
What makes you say that?
Volumes written on Durnavir allege that he can't be slain by normal means. It appears they were mistaken. Unless
Go on.
the soul of a dragon is as resilient as its owner's scaly hide.
I do know that.
It's possible that your killing blow has merely displaced Durnavir's physical form while he reconstitutes himself.
How long will that take?
Minutes, hours, years. I can't even begin to guess. I suggest we don't wait around to find out. Now, let's get you the Elder Scroll and you can be on your way.
All right.
Come
Let's
on.
go.
She's leading us to the scroll.
That's true. Oh yeah, that looks like an Elder Scroll display case. I like how they're all so dramatic. What the heck is that? I'll take that. I'm just gonna take... Oh no, I didn't mean to...
I'm glad you're here. I don't think I could be doing this alone.
No problem, Serana. I'm glad
What
to
do
be
you
here.
want?
What do you mean, what do I want? I'm looting your stuff and taking this Elder Scroll.
That's it. That's the last scroll. Come on, let's take it to Dexion.
Now that you've retrieved the Elder Scroll, you should be on your way. If there's anything I can do before you depart, you must let me know.
Can you help get my soul back?
So my daughter applied some of the lessons I taught her about necromancy, did she? Don't worry. I think I can help you.
I mean, I don't really need to do this. You know what? No, I don't actually need to do this. Actually, do I need to do this? I might need to do this. Never mind, I need to do
Then
this.
be on your way. So
I
my
lied.
daughter, don't worry. I think I can help
Good,
you.
I could use all the help I
Soul
can get.
essence was trapped inside a gem. When you and Serana entered the Soul Cairn, it was given to the Ideal Masters as payment. You simply need to retrieve the gem. The moment you touch it, your soul essence will be restored.
Any idea where it could be?
There's an offering altar not terribly far from here. I'm willing to bet that the gem you're looking for is there. Is there anything else? Could be your last chance.
You're staying here?
I have no choice. As I told you before, I'm a daughter of Cold Harbor. If I return to Tamriel, that increases Harkon's likelihood of bringing the tyranny of the sun to fruition.
We'll return for you when we can.
I appreciate your concern for me, but Serana is all that I care about. You must keep her safe at all costs. Remember that Harkon is not to be trusted. No matter what he promises, he'll deceive you in order to get what he wants. And promise me you'll keep my daughter safe. She's the only thing of value I have left.
Alright. Now we must return to Tamriel. Realistically, I could get the Soul Essence thing, but I don't need to. That is just another kind of... another side objective, as I said earlier, that I could do. But otherwise, that is it for today. I'm going to end this episode right here before next episode. Next episode, we're going to need to do some other things, like reading an Elder Scroll, going to the Forgotten Vale, a lot of things that I will do. Otherwise, that's it. Thank you all for watching. I will see you
Glad we found
in the
this
next
scroll.
episode. Adios.